For this week's content mastery video, I'm going to start by explaining why human resource management is so important and complex in international business. So, human resource management is like the team that takes care of all of the people stuff in a company. That is everything related to the employees and their management, which include things like hiring new employees, training them to do their jobs, making sure they have everything they need to work effectively, and dealing with any issues or conflicts that might come up. Basically, it's all about taking care of the people who work for the company and making sure they are happy, productive, and treated fairly. And it is crucial in the international business because when you're dealing with different countries, you're also dealing with different rules, cultures, and ways of doing things. You have got to make sure everyone is treated fairly and follow the right rules. But those rules might be different depending on where you are. That is why it's so complex. Plus, you have got to think about hiring people from different places and making sure they all work well together. So, it's very important to understand the different cultures and how to manage them in the best way possible. Next, I am going to talk about how we can assess a country's culture to help management make better human resources decisions in the international environment. So, to understand how manage people better in different countries, we need to understand their culture. Culture is like the personality of a country. It is what makes each place unique. We can learn about a country's culture by looking at things like their traditions, costumes, beliefs, and how they do business. For example, some countries might value teamwork and cooperation, while others might focus more on individual achievements. By understanding these cultural differences, managers can make better decisions about how to hire, train, and work with different people from different countries. Lastly, I'm going to talk about how hiring expatriates can influence an international operation. So, hiring expatriates, which are basically people from one country working in another country, can be both good and bad for international business. On one hand, expatriates can bring a lot of knowledge and experience to a company. They might know how to do things that people in the other country don't know yet, which can be really helpful. They also bring in innovative and creative ideas and look at things from different angles, which can make the company stay ahead of the competition. But on the other hand, there are some big challenges to hiring expatriates. For example, they might have a hard time adjusting to life in a new country. Everything from the food to the language might be different, and that can really be stressful. And I can confirm that because I moved from Brazil to the US 9 months ago, and I'm still struggling to adjust to everything here, which sometimes get in the way of my work and studies because of all of the stress. Plus, there is always the risk that they might not get along with the new co-workers or fit in the company's culture. So, while hiring expatriates can be a really good idea, it's important to think carefully about the challenges and make sure they are the right fit for the job.